Hi there. This is a thread response to Slime I Am the Best, his 1970s thread, where he asked to show one record for each year of the 1970s. So let's get started. He also asked for some backstory and some things you went through in the 70s. Well, I was born in 1973, so consciously I don't know anything about the 70s anymore. So I'm not going to be delving too deep into the history of why I found out those records, because all of these I didn't listen to when I was young. But let's start. First up, this is Caravan's If I Could Do It All Over Again, I'll Do It Over You, from 1970. And this is thanks to the vinyl community that I got interested in Caravan. Didn't really know them before, but since a lot of you guys, and you know who you are, and everyone else knows who you are, since a lot of you guys, are doing the prog thing, I think a lot of us, a lot of the vinyl community that never were into prog got into them, and we're digging it. At least I'm digging it, and I'm sure a lot of other guys are digging it. And this is just a great album. It's their second, I believe, second album, and it's just a beautiful piece of music. This is the Dutch release on a label called Pink Elephant. I don't know if you can see it. The label ain't pink, but the elephant is. And this is just beauty. So that's number one from 1970. 1971, another prog masterpiece. Very quiet, very atmospheric. No freakouts, no drum solos, no out there stuff, but just really mellow songs. This is Song of the Marching Children by Earth and Fire, a Dutch prog band with Journey Kaufman doing the vocals. She was a TV celebrity until a couple of years back, I guess, and everyone started to dislike her because of that, but she has done some really good stuff. It's a beautiful gatefold, and it's an album I really hope a lot of you guys out there who love prog will finally find, because this is a masterpiece. This is really good. 1972, and we're going the funk way. It's Just Begun by the Jimmy Castor Bunch. This is a monster of a funk album. Starting off with the prologue, which is really good, and then the song It's Just Begun, just slams into your face. If you're a hip hop fan, you know this song from a lot of samples that were taken from it, and it continues with Troglodyte and Psyche, and it's a truly monster of an album. If you love funk, if you love funkadelic, get this. This is less psychedelic, but it's as funky as anything out there. So this is a great album. 1973, another Dutch prog masterpiece, and that is The Mountain Queen by Elquin. This is their second album, and it's their best, I must say. This is just wow. Probably the best Dutch prog I've ever heard so far. It is a lot better than Focus, in my opinion. It's a lot heavier than Earth and Fire, in my opinion, and it's just really good. A lot of these, by the way, except Jimmy Castor, I found at Goodwill. So Goodwill has been good to me the last couple of years. So this is Alcuin, the Mountain Queen from 1973. 1974, I decided to pick another funk album. It's not his best, but I think it's his coolest cover. The cover is so cool. This is Sweet Exorcist by Curtis Mayfield. And just look at that. It looks psychedelic, but it's not. It's just pure funk music. It's a gatefold. It's on the Buddha label. And this is just... I love Curtis Mayfield. I love his voice. I love his music. You know, he's just such a genius when it comes to making music. Really awesome stuff. 1975. I'm going to show you a really beat cover, but it's an original. It's a Dutch version, but it's still an original. Profondo Rosso by Goblin. Finest soundtrack ever? Yeah, might be, could be. This is just awesome. This is not, I think there's a longer version out now, or has been out for a long time, but this is the original version. It's got only 7 tracks, but boy oh boy are they tracks. They are awesome. A friend of mine was way into Goblin before I even, bought this album, and he has called them his favorite band. I don't know if there still are, but he's right. It's such a great band. 1976, and another funk soul giant, and that's Jill Scott Heron and Brian Jackson. This is It's Your World, and I think this is a mixture of live songs and studio recordings, and it has a version, I think a live version of The Bottle, which is one of his better known tunes, and this is just awesome. Very sort of South American influenced funk with great poetry, and it's just Jill Scott Heron is a master. He's a master of writing songs. 1977, it's the punk era, but I decided not to show any straightforward punk. I love punk, I do, a lot, but I just wanted to showcase some other bands that I really enjoy that, deserve the attention a little more. Like this one, Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers, Rock and Roll with the Modern Lovers. I know Big Star showed the original first album by the Modern Lovers from 1976, I believe. I prefer this over that one. This is such a lo-fi, poppy masterpiece. It's such a different album from their first one. This is lo-fi indie pop before indie pop even existed. It's fun, the lyrics are filled with humor, and it's spot on music. It's just so good. So there you have it. 1978. And this is a band that I really liked, but I didn't have this until back in 1978. I really liked them in 1985, 86, when I really discovered them. But this is probably my favorite album of theirs. It's The Man Machine, Kraftwerk. This is electro pop at its best. This is where electro pop came from. I don't have the original German version, but this is just such a masterpiece. Kraftwerk are an amazing band, and electronic wise, I love their sound. It's just so good. And this is an explosive album. Love it. 1979, the last album I'm going to show. Cool Ranch Dressing quickly showed it when they were doing 1979, when they were flipping through a lot of great albums, and this one popped up. I already was planning to show it, so it's not, well, kind of is because of them. The pop group, why? This is wow. Highly political post-punk with a funk edge that is a lot darker, meaner, more brutal than Gang of Four's Entertainment. They are quite similar, but this is a lot more raw than Gang of Four is. I do prefer Gang of Four, I have to be honest, but this is such a classic album. It's a reissue, obviously. I had the opportunity once to get the original copy of it for, I guess, maybe $10. Passed on it because at the time I thought this was just bullshit music. I didn't like it. I was expecting punk, and if you are expecting punk, don't listen to this. If you're expecting something like Gang of Four, funky post-punk, then check this out. This is just amazing. So those are my 10 albums of the 70s. I'll be doing a response to my own thread, which you can still do. No one has responded yet. Why? I'm going to do that next, and I'm going to upload these two right after each other. The thread I had, you can still do, is records from all over the world. Different countries, show one record for each country. It's that simple. So there it is. Thank you.